Hold on tight because this might just be the biggest plot twist in Love and Hip Hop history. After months of messy fallout, child custody battles, and endless rumors, Lil Scrappy has allegedly pulled off the most shocking move of his entire career: a secret wedding. Yes, you heard that right. While fans thought he was still untangling the wreckage of his breakup with Bambi, whispers started flying that Scrappy said "I do" in the shadows, without a single blog catching wind until the receipts started leaking. But if you thought this shock ended there, you're dead wrong. Cause his ex-fiancée Erica Dixon, the woman who knows Scrappy better than anyone else, just went live and unleashed one of the most devastating clapbacks the culture has ever seen. It all began with a blurry photo. A tuxedoed man with a familiar neck tattoo standing beside a veiled woman in white on a Miami beach. At first, fans screamed Photoshop, but then came the registry under Scrappy's real name. Then Mama D, never one to stay quiet, dropped a cryptic message hinting at betrayal and chaos. And just as fans were catching their breath, Erica Dixon appeared on Instagram Live, sipping wine in her robe, dropping bar after bar of icy shade that made the internet stop in its tracks. Now everyone is asking the same questions. Who is the mystery bride? Why the secrecy? And why is Erica's response hitting harder than the wedding itself? Buckle up, because this story is about to unravel into something far bigger than anyone ever imagined. The internet wasn't ready for this. Nobody was. For months, fans thought they had seen every possible scandal that could come out of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Lil Scrappy's explosive split from Bambi had already been a soap opera of betrayals, fights, and custody drama. His name was splashed across headlines weekly, whether it was about court battles, cryptic Instagram posts, or Mama D's outrageous commentary. But what nobody could have predicted was that Scrappy would make his boldest, most reckless move. Yet marrying someone new in total secrecy behind closed doors with no cameras, no leaks, and no warning. And when the truth finally cracked open, it didn't just rattle fans, it sent shockwaves through the entire hip-hop community, with Erica Dixon stepping into the chaos to respond live in a way that left jaws on the floor. It all started with a grainy, almost forgettable photo. A late-night Instagram story from a random private account. The picture was low quality, shot at an angle, almost as if the person taking it was trying not to get caught. A man stood in profile in a sleek, black tuxedo, a woman beside him, hidden mostly by a cascading veil and a white lace gown. Her face turned just enough that nobody could identify her. In the background, waves, a sunset, and rose petals scattered across sand. To the untrained eye, it could have been any wedding. But fans are relentless detectives, and within minutes, they zeroed in on one undeniable clue. That neck tattoo. The same tattoo that has been on Scrappy's skin for over a decade. Visible in countless photos, music videos, and Love and Hip Hop confessionals. That's Scrappy. No question. One fan tweeted alongside a zoomed-in screenshot. "Those ears don't lie," another chimed in. Suddenly, the photo that looked like nothing became everything. Blogs picked it up instantly. Headlines flooded timelines. Did Lil Scrappy just get married in secret? Gossip pages like The Shade Room and Hollywood Unlocked reposted it with side-by-side comparisons of Scrappy's tattoos. Fans were convinced. Others were skeptical, calling it Photoshop, a troll job meant to stir drama. But then came the bomb that shattered any doubt. Someone dug up a wedding registry under the name Daryl R. Richardson, Scrappy's real name. The registry listed a beachfront event in Miami just 2 days before the photo surfaced. It's the initials of the bride. JRA name no one in the public had connected to Scrappy before. And the detail that had fans screaming. No phones allowed printed in bold across the event rules. This wasn't just a rumor. This was real. By the next morning, Twitter was in flames. Scrappy really went and got married on the low. One viral tweet read, "Man stays messy." Another user posted, "Not Scrappy moving faster than his custody cases. My God." Hashtags like hashtag Scrappy Wedding and hashtag Secret Scrappy trended worldwide. Fans combed through his Instagram, desperate for clues. Nothing. No wedding bands, no cryptic captions, not even a hint. His feed had been silent for days. The secrecy was what made it hit harder. Scrappy, the man who has lived half his life, in front of cameras, had managed to pull off one of the most private moves in hip-hop. That alone had the culture reeling. And then Mama D entered the chat. Late that night, Scrappy's outspoken mother posted a video on her TikTok. Dressed in a silk robe, sipping a cocktail, she looked into the camera with her usual mix of drama and authority. "Some unions are made in heaven, some are made in hell," she said cryptically, pausing for effect. Just know Mama always knows best. She gave a sly smirk and ended the video without saying Scrappy's name once, but she didn't need to. Fans instantly connected the dots. Mama D was hinting that she knew the truth about the wedding and that she didn't. Approve, the comments blew up. Not Mama D shading her own son on TikTok. She basically confirmed it. Suddenly, the storyline had its villain, its queen, and its mystery bride all rolled into one. But the internet wasn't ready for what happened next. Erica Dixon, Scrappy's ex-fiancée and mother of his daughter Imani, stepped into the ring. Fans have always known that Erica doesn't mince words. Her relationship with Scrappy was messy, passionate, and unforgettable. A love story turned cautionary tale that still defined much of her public persona. They had been through engagements, breakups, reality TV fights, and endless shade battles. But Erica had been relatively quiet lately, keeping her drama off the blogs. That ended the moment the wedding rumors broke. That night, Erica went live on Instagram. The setting was simple but intentional. A silk robe, a glass of wine in her hand, jazz music playing faintly in the background. She didn't say Scrappy's name, not once. But everyone knew who she was talking about. A man who can't keep one promise has no business making vows to another woman. She began, her voice calm but dripping with venom. "You can put on a tux, say some words, cut a cake, but if your soul ain't clean, that marriage ain't real. That's a performance, not a covenant." The comments exploded instantly. "She talking about Scrappy? Oh my God." One viewer typed in all caps, "Sis dragging him with soft jazz in the background." Another joked. Erica wasn't yelling, she wasn't ranting, she was slicing with words sharper than any scream. One point she pulled out an old scrapbook and held up a photo of her and Scrappy at their engagement party years ago. "See this look?" she said, holding the picture up to the camera, confused. "Half in love? That's the same look he'll always have because he doesn't know how to finish what he starts." Then came the moment that broke the internet. A fan asked directly in the live comments, "Is Scrappy married or not?" Erica didn't flinch. She took a slow sip of wine, looked straight into the camera, and said, "He's somebody's problem now. God bless them both." That single line went viral instantly. Clips of her live spread across TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Major gossip blogs reposted the video within minutes. Fans debated whether Erica was hurt, jealous, or simply stating facts. Some praised her for being classy while throwing shade. Others accused her of bitterness. But everyone agreed on one thing: Erica had shifted the narrative. The story wasn't just about Scrappy's secret marriage anymore. It was about Erica Dixon's response, her shade, and her refusal to stay. Silent dot, and just as the internet was processing Erica's mic drop moment, another twist came crashing in. A fan posted screenshots of what they claimed was the wedding guest list. It's a short, private list of about 30 names, with one entry circled in red, Carly Red. Rumors spread instantly that Carly, a longtime castmate, had been invited, but refused to attend out of loyalty to Erica. Another entry had fans gasping, an alleged alias for Spice, who supposedly knew about the wedding days in advance but stayed silent. Suddenly, the entire Love and Hip Hop cast was implicated. This wasn't just Scrappy and a mystery woman. This was a web of betrayals, alliances, and secrets that had been carefully hidden until now. The internet demanded answers. Who was the bride? Why had Scrappy hidden her? And why did Erica decide to go live that night, knowing it would set fire to the blogs? Asterisk, but just when fans thought they had time to breathe, new whispers started leaking about the bride herself. A name began circulating. A young model from Houston, someone Scrappy had allegedly been seeing for months behind the scenes. And if the rumors were true, she was about to step out of the shadows herself with proof. The cliffhanger was set. Erica had fired the first shots, Mama D was stirring the pot, and fans were still piecing together evidence from a blurry beachside photo. But part 2 would take this scandal to a whole new level, because screenshots, voice notes, and even a confession from the bride herself were about to surface, and her first words weren't aimed at Scrappy. They were aimed directly at Erica Dixon. When Erica Dixon's live went viral, fans thought the story had peaked. They thought the mystery would linger for weeks, with Scrappy staying silent while gossip blogs tried to piece the puzzle together. But they underestimated one thing: the bride herself. Because just when Erica's shade seemed to dominate the headlines, Jelena Rivera stepped out of the shadows. And she didn't just show up quietly. She came with proof, with fire, and with a clapback that split the internet in half. It all started with a single Instagram post. Late in the afternoon, a brand new account belonging to Jelena Rivera, a 28-year-old Houston boutique model, went live to the public. Her following jumped from a modest 9,000 to nearly 150,000 overnight. Why? Because her very first post broke the internet. It was a carousel of unseen wedding photos. No more blurry shots, no more speculation. It was crystal clear evidence. The first slide, a beach sunset, waves curling against the sand. The second slide, Scrappy in a black tuxedo, holding hands with a woman in a lace gown. Their silhouettes kissed against the glowing horizon. And the third slide was the one that sent social media into chaos, a close-up of their hands intertwined. Wedding bands gleaming under the golden light. Scrappy's tattoos visible. No doubt, this was real. The caption: cold, calculated, and sharp. They said we wouldn't. We did. And we did it for us. #married in private, #loved in peace. The internet detonated. Fans who swore it was Photoshop scrambled to apologize. Others who thought Erica was being bitter realized she might have been speaking on a truth she didn't want to admit. Gossip blogs exploded with reposts. Twitter timelines were flooded with side-by-sides of Scrappy's old photos compared to the wedding band now on his finger. This wasn't speculation anymore. This wasn't rumor. This was reality. Lil Scrappy was married secretly, and the bride had chosen her moment to make it public. But Jelena wasn't done. Minutes after her post, screenshots began leaking across gossip blogs. Direct messages allegedly from her Instagram story showed fans attacking her, calling her a homewrecker, dragging her for stepping into the mess of Scrappy's already chaotic love life. And Jelena's response was brutal. She screenshotted those hateful DMIs, then posted them back to her story with one caption that shook the internet. "Y'all mad at me like I took somebody's man? That man ain't been claimed in years. Don't be mad that he finally chose peace. I'm not here to argue. I'm here to build a home." Erica had her shot. That last line was the dagger. Erica had her shot. Fans instantly knew this wasn't just a clapback at trolls. This was a direct message aimed at Erica Dixon herself. And once again, the culture split. Team Erica swarmed the comments, calling Jelena delusional, a rebound, and a temporary fling. Scrappy would leave in months. Team Jelena praised her confidence, calling her the upgrade Scrappy needed. And in the middle of it all, Scrappy stayed quiet. But then came the leak that poured gasoline on the fire. A gossip blog called The Jasmine brand dropped an audio clip allegedly sent by Jelena to a close friend. A voice memo that made its way to the internet within hours. In the recording, Jelena's voice was clear, calm, but fiery. "I wasn't trying to start no war, but let's be real. Rika, bitter. She thought she'd always be the one with the upper hand because of that child. That. But I know the real Scrappy. I know the one who suffers in silence. He didn't want another circus. I wanted love. That's what I gave him." Boom! That audio spread like wildfire. Twitter trended with hashtag JELENA Speaks and hashtag Scrappy Truth. Fans dissected every word. "She said he suffers in silence," one fan tweeted. "She basically called Erica bitter," another wrote. TikTok edits popped up within hours, with the voice memo playing over dramatic montages of Scrappy and Erica's old scenes from THO and old scenes from Love and Hip Hop, cut against his new beach wedding. Was ruthless. And just when people thought Scrappy would finally say something to control the narrative, he gave the most cryptic confirmation yet. A single Instagram post, a photo of him holding Jelena's hand, the wedding ring glistening under studio lighting, no caption, just 2 words, "We good?" Those 2 words broke the internet again. For some, it was the ultimate mic drop. Scrappy confirming the marriage, siding with Jelena, and brushing off Erica's shade all at once. For others, it was cowardice, avoiding addressing Erica directly while letting his new wife drag her in public. Either way, the silence was over. Scrappy was officially married, and he was officially standing with Jelena. But Erica wasn't going to let that slide. Less than 24 hours later, she went live again. And this time, the tone was different. Gone was the silk robe and jazz music. This time, she appeared in full glam, makeup sharp, hair pressed, and a fierceness in her eyes that screamed war. "So, we posting rings now?" She started, her tone icy. "'Kay, I'm happy for y'all. Really? I am. 'Kay, but don't act like I wasn't the one picking him up when nobody else wanted him. Don't act like I wasn't the one praying for him when he was falling apart. Don't try to erase history just because you want a fairy tale ending." Fans lit up the comments. She came ready this time. Not Erica and glam to drag them. Both. But then Erica took it further, directly addressing Jelena by name for the first time. "Miss Rivera," she said slowly, sipping from a glass of water. "I don't know you. Never had a problem with you. But don't you dare try to rewrite history like you saved that man. He was barely ready to save himself. I gave him years. You got 5 months in a ring and think you won? Okay. Let's see how that plays out." Live racked up hundreds of thousands of viewers within minutes. Screenshots spread across every gossip page. Erica wasn't hiding behind innuendo anymore. She had named Jelena, dragged her publicly, and dared her to respond, and respond she did. Hours later, Jelena posted to her IG story again. This time, no captions, no paragraphs, just one icy clip. A slow pan of Scrappy's hand on her waist. Both their rings visible as he kissed her cheek. The camera cut to her face as she smirked and whispered, "History don't pay the bills." The shade was merciless. By this point, the drama had consumed the entire Love and Hip Hop fanbase. Bloggers posted daily breakdowns. Memes flooded Instagram. One side painted Jelena as Scrappy's new piece and Erica as bitter. The other framed Jelena as naive, Scrappy as manipulative, and Erica as the woman who had truly held him down. But just when fans thought the back and forth was enough, another major player joined the conversation. Mama D. Yes, the Queen of the South herself finally broke her silence in the most dramatic way possible. On TikTok, she posted a duet reacting to Erica's second live. Without saying a word, Mama D sipped tea, raised her eyebrows, and made faces of shock and disgust as Erica spoke. Then, at the end, she finally said, "Stay tuned." The queen knows what y'all don't. Fans went insane. Mama D about to drop bombs. She knows the mystery bride tea. This just turned into a love and hip-hop finale. But what nobody expected was that the drama wasn't staying between the grown-ups anymore. Because late that night, a blurry 10-second TikTok clip, allegedly from Scrappy and Erica's daughter, Imani, leaked to the internet. And what she posted had the power to flip this entire story upside down. The internet thought the story had already reached its boiling point. Scrappy secretly married. Erica dragged him live twice. Jelena clapped back with photos, audio, and ruthless shade. Mama D teased that she knew what y'all don't. But nothing, and I mean nothing, could have prepared fans for what happened when Imani, Scrappy, and Erica's daughter entered the chat. But that wasn't the only leak. Cause hours later, screenshots of a heated group text surfaced online, allegedly between Erica, Scrappy, and Jelena. And if real, those messages showed the real war behind the scenes. The texts read like a soap opera script. Erica's messages were blunt. "You don't introduce a new wife to our daughter through Instagram posts. Be serious." Scrappy's reply: "I told you I was going to handle it. Why you always gotta start a war?" Then came Jelena's message, chilling and bold. "Nobody's trying to be her mom. But if she wants to meet me with that attitude, we can wait." Erica's final word in the thread: "Exactly. You should wait, or don't meet her at all." Boom. The screenshots detonated across the blogs. Fans dissected every line. Erica sounded like a protective mother. Scrappy sounded defensive, caught between two worlds. And Jelena sounded cold, like she wasn't afraid to push back against Erica directly. She really said, "If she wants to meet me with that attitude about a child, nah, this ain't it," one fan tweeted. Others defended Jelena, claiming she was just standing her ground and refusing to be bullied. Either way, the drama had now officially crossed from romantic scandal into family warfare. And then came Erica's next move. Just 3 days later, she sat down for an exclusive YouTube interview with The Real Tea Talk. It wasn't live. It wasn't off the cuff. It was calculated, polished, and devastating. Dressed in white, her tone calm but sharp. Erica laid it all out.